101Rabbits.com.
And it's me, Abby from Stormy Rabbits. Haley and I are doing this Q&A video to answer your questions.
So we got a ton of questions in from Instagram for our Q&A video. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started.
Okay, the first question is for you, Haley, and it's from CandyCane_KC. They ask, how did you and Abby meet?
Well, me and Abby haven't actually ever met in person, but we do talk a lot on like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And I think we like started talking, it was last Christmas I received a package from her, and I didn't even remember giving her my address. Like, I must have given it to her, but then I forgot. And so I received this package from her, and I don't know, I think after that we like started talking, I really liked watching her videos because I was trying to get into agility with my rabbits, and I loved watching her agility videos.
My favorite treat to feed my rabbits is an apple. I love coming upstairs with my apple and breaking off pieces for them, and they climb all over me and just keep wanting more. And it's really cute, and I really love feeding natural treats to them.
So I give my rabbits a couple different treats. So the first treat that I have that I give them quite often is a Timothy pellet, which it's not the Timothy pellets you'd find sold for rabbits that are made as part of their diet. It's 100% Timothy hay, and it's just like compacted down into a pellet form. And you guys have probably seen Timothy cubes, which are just compacted hay cubes. Same thing, only in pellet form. So they go crazy over those, so I love giving them those. And then I also have urinary tablet hay tablets by Oxbow. I give one tablet once a day to all the bunnies, but if I forget, it's not that big of a deal. I just give it when I remember. And then I also have sometimes dried fruit that I give them, but I make sure there's nothing else in it but just fruit. And then I do have plantains right now, which is like a dried type of vegetable that I am giving them sometimes, but that's only like, I only give those like once in a great while. So the next question is for Abby, and it is from Hannah Kincaid, and she asks, what do you dread most about cleaning your rabbit's cage?
So the thing I hate most about cleaning the cage, or dread most, is probably changing the litter boxes in the snow. I just hate having to put on all my stuff just to go dump out litter boxes. It's just so annoying, and especially if it's raining. Raining is almost worse than snow. I just don't like changing litter boxes in bad weather. It's just very annoying. This person asks, what will be your next pet, and what pets do you have?
So my next pet would probably either be another rabbit or a horse. I'd say I want a horse first over another rabbit, just because I really miss my horse that passed away. Well, it wasn't really my horse, it was like our family's horse, but I really miss him. His name was Prince, and horse is probably the main thing I want, but they're a lot of money and you have to have the space for them, so I probably won't get one for a couple of years. That's why I'll probably get another rabbit before then. But I don't think my parents will let me have another rabbit while I'm living here, so. But yeah, I want 4 rabbits just because I feel like then each rabbit will have someone to snuggle with, because they like snuggling like 2 at a time for some reason. So I feel like Mocha and Lulu could snuggle, and then Ebony and another rabbit, or you know, whatever.
So my next pet will probably be a hamster. I kind of want one right now, but I'm unable to get one at this moment for various reasons, but I will be hopefully getting one sometime. And my bunnies are the only pets that I have, but my family also has 2 dogs, we have a duck, some chickens, and goats, so those are all the pets my family has. This question is for you, and it's from Animal Addict 14. They ask, what are your 5 favorite Instagrams?
For this, I'm going to be using my phone and just looking at everyone I'm following on Instagram. First one is MyPets1031, of course, because she's one of my best friends in real life. Then Budget Bunny, she's another really good friend of mine. We talk a lot. Chocolate Colors 26. Aaron's Hamsters. Okay, I'm gonna have to do more than 5. Okay, so I like Once Upon a Pig, A Bunny's Life, Stormy Rabbits, My Little Zoo 22, and Animal Addict 14. So I have 8 favorite Instagrammers, so I know that was over the limit, but I couldn't just pick 5. This next question is from Amy9467, and she asked, what are your favorite online pet stores?
So I live in the middle of nowhere, so I have to buy everything offline, hay and pellets and all my stuff I order from offline. So some of my favorite stores are Binky Bunny, The Busy Bunny, Dr. Foster's and Smith, wag.com. I also really like Viovet, which is in the UK. And that's pretty much all I've ordered from, and those are my favorite.
So I actually haven't shopped online for my rabbits in a really long time. Like I used to order from Binky Bunny all the time, and I still love Binky Bunny. So yeah, I used to get stuff from them all the time. I guess that could count as one of my favorite online pet stores. I just haven't gotten a lot of products for them online recently. But yeah, I really like Binky Bunny. I like the Busy Bunny products that Binky Bunny sells. I used to order off of Dr. Foster's and Smith, but now I live in the town of their retail store. So I don't order off there anymore, I just drive there. So the next question is from Jade Morgan, and she asked Abby, did you have other cages before your big one?
Yes, I've had 2 cages before this big one. My first cage was in the corner of my room, and I set it up with like my shelf and my desk, and it was more like a pen type of cage. I only had that for a month, and then I made an NIC condo, and I had that for quite a long time, but then I got a second rabbit and I needed something bigger, so I made this really big NIC condo. __beats asks, how many nicknames have you had for your rabbits, and which ones are your favorites?
So I have a ton of nicknames for my bunnies. For Lulu, I used to call her Lulubelle, but I actually don't call her that anymore. I call my rabbits, pretty much any of my rabbits, babes a lot. I just say, hey babes. I used to call them bugs a lot, like a bug. I don't know, I just always call them bugs, probably because I used to call them little boogers because they were so like naughty and stuff, and I just shortened it to bugs. Ebony, I sometimes call her Ebby. My dad calls her Ebby, like that's pretty much all he calls her. Because that's what I used to mainly call her when I first got her. And another thing I forgot that I call them a lot is Bun Buns.
I call my rabbits Buddy, Girl, Buddy Boy, Stormy, sometimes just random things out of the blue. Here's one from Carmela Luna C. They ask, Haley, what are your plans for college and what will happen to your rabbit?
Okay, so some of you guys may know that I am taking a couple of college classes just this semester. As of right now, nothing's really changed because I'm still in high school. But I think the question is like, after I graduate, what am I gonna do about college and with my rabbits and stuff? So after I graduate, I actually am not planning on going to college. I'm planning on I'm probably going to live at home for another year, just because I have an awesome room for the rabbits, and I really just think if I could live here for free, why wouldn't I? I mean, it's just set up perfectly for my needs right now. But if I did happen to move out, I would of course find an apartment that allowed rabbits, because I would not move out without my rabbits. I would have like panic attacks if I was not with my rabbits. But yeah, I don't plan on moving out anytime soon, but you never know, something might happen. But I'll of course be bringing my rabbits with me. So the next question comes from the Bunny Duo, and they ask, what do you love most about your rabbits and why?
I really love their personalities and their behavior. They have the most unique behavior that I have seen out of any pet. I really love their own unique personalities, and also just having them as a pet.
So this is kind of a hard question because I feel like there isn't just one thing. But I think one of my favorite things about rabbits is, I think it's their personalities. Like honestly, like even though all rabbits' personalities are different, I think they're just all so unique, and like they're just so, I don't know, I just love it. I think they're a lot different than like cats or dogs in the sense that they are prey animals, so they have like different personalities than a predator would. So I just really enjoy that personality. I love rabbits' personalities. Princess Aya asks, who's more active, Storm or Misty?
Storm is definitely a lot more active. He's a lot more younger, so he runs around a lot more. Misty here is quite lazy and she doesn't do much. She does go around and binky occasionally, but Storm will run around like crazy, and he's just a little hyper bunny, so Storm is definitely a lot more active than Misty. Peta Helmrich asks, what editing do you use for your videos?
So I used to use Sony Vegas to edit my videos, and I really liked that editor. It was a very good editor, but I recently bought a Mac and I've been using that to edit my videos now. So I've been using Final Cut Pro, but my trial just ran out because I wanted to try it out before I bought it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it. So yeah, I really like Final Cut Pro. There's some things that were hard to get used to from Sony Vegas, but I really like it, and I think it's going to be a good editor to grow my editing skills in.
Right now I am using Sony Vegas, but I am experimenting with other editors just because Sony Vegas doesn't have everything that I want for an editor for YouTube. So I am trying out other editors. Here's another one for you, Haley. It's from Kenna264. They ask, how old were you when you got your first rabbit, and do you think you were ready for it?
Okay, so when I got my first rabbit, it was Mocha. He was my first bunny, and I believe I was 12 or I was turning 12 shortly after I got him. So I honestly don't think I was, in a way I was ready to have a rabbit, but in a way I wasn't. I was ready for a rabbit because I feel like I was old enough to take care of an animal. Obviously I ended up taking really good care of Mocha and all my other bunnies, so I think I was ready in that sense. I just wasn't ready because I hadn't done any research on rabbits yet. So because of that, I didn't know they should be kept indoors with big cages and stuff. I didn't know that they needed hay. I didn't know they needed vegetables, so I hadn't done any research. So in that sense, I wasn't ready for a rabbit. So this next question is from Becca AKCEB, and they ask, hey, I was wondering, how did you guys get the idea to start making videos, and why on rabbits?
So I got the idea of making videos mainly from my brother. I saw him doing it, and then I started making my own, and I really enjoyed editing. And I started uploading some random videos to YouTube, and I really liked it. Nobody watched them, but I still liked doing it. Then when I got interested in rabbits, and I saw all these rabbit channels, I was like, I want to do that. So I just did it, and I have really enjoyed doing it.
So I got the idea to start making videos actually from a TV show called iCarly. So I used to love that show, and I was like, I want to start like this web series and like get all famous and everything. And I think I was like 11 or 12 when I wanted to do that. And all growing up, me and my sisters would make funny, stupid videos. We had quite a few. They're kind of funny to look back on. So we already did a lot of like filming and stuff like that. So I wanted to make a web series, but then I think it was after I got Mocha and learned about correct rabbit care, I was like, there's no one on YouTube who does correct rabbit care. Like, I don't think there was anyone like back when I started. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there was like 4 years ago. So I started making rabbit care videos to try to educate people on correct rabbit care. So yeah, that's just kind of, I just kind of combined my web series dream with rabbits. So that's just kind of how I got into making YouTube videos. So the next question is from My Possum Family, and she asked Abby, have you ever read the Warrior Cat series?
Yes, I have read the Warrior Cat series. I have read the main 4 series at least 3 times, maybe 4, and I just finished book 4 of Dawn of the Clans, and Dawn of the Clans has been a lot better than I thought it would be, but it's turning out to be a really good series. The next question is from Honey the Bunny. They ask, what are some toys you regret buying?
So I have quite a few toys that I've probably regretted buying in the 5 years or so that I've owned rabbits, and I quickly learned not to buy them again. So most of those toys being pet store toys, pretty much all of them, they're just either not healthy for rabbits or the rabbits just don't like them. So probably like the main toys that I regret buying are like little wooden things from pet stores, such as like wooden colored blocks or anything with dyes on them. Like anything that has like colored ink, I totally regret buying. For one, nowadays I just don't like the fact my rabbits are chewing on colored things. I know it's supposed to be safe for them, but in my mind it's just kind of weird and unnatural. Also, if the ink gets wet, it runs, and I've had my rabbit's feet turn green from toys before, so I totally regret buying any of those types of toys. And if I get them nowadays, like sometimes I've gotten colored toys and stuff, normally I just like throw them away just because I don't use them.
So there have been a few toys that I have regretted buying. Some of them I have thrown away just because they never used. One toy is the Flip and Toss Carrot. My bunnies, I've never seen them use this thing. Storm chewed the end of it a little bit one time, but that was it. So this thing has like no purpose. And there have been some other ones, but I can't really remember what they are. And I usually throw them away if they don't really use it. Here's one from Haley, and it's from Chrissy Lynn 2004. She asks, did you ever have any different animals than bunnies?
Yes, I've had a lot of different animals, and I still have different animals besides rabbits right now. They aren't like mine, but they're my family's. So when I was born, we had a cat named Tipper, and she passed away from cancer when I was, I think it was like 2006 or something. I can't quite remember. But we got 2 kittens shortly before she passed away, and their names were Shadow and Cloud. And we still currently have Shadow. Shadow is 8 years old now, and we don't have Cloud, but we didn't like necessarily get rid of her. We gave her to my sister who moved out, and she wanted some cats at her apartment, so she took Cloud and another one of our cats, which I will mention in a little bit. So then when we moved to our new house, we got 2 new kittens, and their names were Emmett and Edward. And we still currently have Emmett, and I don't know, he's like 6 maybe? 6 or, no, he's probably like 7. And then Edward was his brother, and my sister took Edward when she moved out because she really liked Edward. So she has Edward and Cloud, and we have Shadow and Emmett. And then we got a kitten, I think it was after I got Mocha, we got a kitten named Clara, and she's about 5 years old now. And so yeah, we have 3 cats, Clara, Emmett, and Shadow. And we also had a horse, and we got him in 2006, but then he passed away in 2011, I believe. So it was a couple of years ago now that he passed away, but yeah, I really miss him, and I still really love horses. Oh yeah, and then I also have 3 or 4 hermit crabs. Not quite sure how many I have because I'm not sure if one of them passed away after I got them or not, because hermit crabs live underground a lot. So yeah, I'm not completely sure, but I think I have at least 3 hermit crabs. So the next question is from Carmela Luna C, and they ask, what are some of your favorite things to do?
Some of my favorite things to do, I really like YouTube, obviously, and I've also been doing photography lately, and I also enjoy skating and swimming and obviously rabbits. I also enjoy skiing, but that's very expensive to do.
So I think one of my favorite things to do is photography. I got a DSLR camera last February, and before that I loved photography. so I wanted a nicer camera, and I've been loving it. So whenever I do photography, I just feel I just get really happy, and I just love doing it. Another one of my favorite things is probably just hanging out with friends. I really enjoy just like hanging out at youth group, small group, and you know, just hanging out with friends. That's probably one of my next favorite things I like to do. And then I sort of like editing. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Some days I'm really excited to edit, and then other days I'm just like, I hate you. So it's a love-hate relationship. So depending on the day, I love editing, and then other days I'm just like, don't like it at all. So. And the next question is from Chantel the Fabulous, and she asked Abby, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is like turquoise and teal. I also really like mint blue type color. I painted my room that because I liked it so much. Grace Mullins 1234 asks, what do you want for Christmas?
So what I really want for Christmas, but I know I'm not gonna get, is a soft box. It's like a type of lighting that you can use, and because the reason I want one is my lighting that I currently have was super cheap, and 2 of my lights have broken, so I only have 1 left, and it's the one right here. So I feel like my videos aren't being lit as well. I have a couple of, I don't really have like a ton of ideas. I think the main thing I want is a wand for my hair. That's probably like the main thing. And then my camera battery just died, so I thought about it and I was like, I should probably have an extra camera battery. So I'm probably going to ask for an extra camera battery for my Canon, and also possibly a 32 SanDisk SD card, just so that I have a bigger SD card if I decide to start shooting in RAW.
So I actually don't really want too much for Christmas. I can't really think of much. I asked for a electric thermometer for my room so I can keep track in the winter and summer. But other than that, I just kind of want some dark chocolate and gift cards so I can buy more stuff for the bunnies. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Tell us what you think down below.
And we'd love to know if you enjoyed this collaboration video, and maybe we'll do more in the future if that was fun for you. Maybe we'll do like a gift exchange or something like that. It's really fun making this with Abby, and I feel like, I don't know, it just made us talk more and get together and do something, so it's really fun. It would have been more fun if we could have done it in person, but that's just because we live on like far away and that's not really possible. But this was super fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. So please be sure to go subscribe to Abby's channel, Stormy Rabbits, if you're watching this right now. If you came from my channel, please go subscribe to her, because I watch all her videos. They're really good, and I learn things from her, and like, I don't know, I just really like her videos, so I think you guys will too.
Make sure you go subscribe to 101Rabbits if you haven't already.
And thank you guys so much for watching.
And we'll be seeing you in our next videos. Bye!